All right, welcome to my office. I'm going to tell you a story about the level of proof that you need to file a suspicious activity report. Sometimes people feel like maybe they shouldn't be filing on just suspicions. Maybe I would impugn the guy's character or something by filing a report when you suspect something but can't prove it. SAR reports, first, are confidential. You don't disclose them to the people that you're interviewing. You don't disclose that you might file a SAR. So with this SAR confidentiality, it should give you confidence that you're able to speculate about who might be involved. Let me tell you about one of those cases where I had great proof. I suspected that a borrower's income and employment were falsified. It was a woman who was in her late 70s, and it was represented that she was a senior ad executive. So I did a little digging, and I found out that no, she was in fact retired. She was related to our loan officer. The loan officer absolutely knew that his mother-in-law was not a bigwig ad executive. So I called the loan officer and I said, look, we have a problem. This loan's gone into default, and I know you know what's going on here. And at first he denied, of course, no, I have no idea. I go, look, let's just cut to it. The borrower is your mother-in-law. So I know that you know that she's not a bigwig ad executive. And it kind of freaked him out. And he was stammering. I said, look, here's our problem. Here's how we got to work this thing out. And I hung up. Well, about 20 minutes later, I get an email that's sent to me. He meant to send it to a lawyer. And the email said, hey, Simpson knows about my mother-in-law. Good thing he doesn't know about all those loans we did in San Diego. So I gave this till the next morning. And I called this lawyer and I said, I need to let you know that this communication came over to me unsolicited, but professional courtesy. I'm just letting you know this landed on my desk. You don't often get gold in people's emails without filing suit or formally filing indictments. Getting emails, maybe it's your own employee, maybe you can get them that way, but they're just gold when they really reveal what's going on in a file. I just saw recently that the Chrisleys, who got in trouble here, their daughter is in Atlanta right now asking for some relief on appeal. And so I thought I'd read that indictment. Let me tell you what I found out when I read the Todd Chrisley indictment. All right, so here's what I found when I pulled up the Todd Chrisley indictment. Here's Todd Chrisley, Julie Chrisley, and Peter Tarantino. Let's take a look at what I found. First, here's paragraph 18, and it says that a conspirator A sent Todd a fabricated bank statement showing that they had $776,509.52 on deposit with Merrill Lynch, to which Todd responded, "You're an effing genius." Misspelling genius, I might note. "Just make it show 4 million. That is a bad fact that ends up in your email. In fact, Todd and Julie Christie did not have a Merrill Lynch account. And when they did eventually open one up, apparently they had never more than $17,000 in there. Let's take a look at another paragraph. Let's take a look at paragraph 20, where the subject of Todd Chrisley's financials have raised scrutiny because one year looked exactly like another year. When Todd Chrisley was informed that one year looked just like the other and therefore raised suspicions, Todd Chrisley forwarded this message to a co-conspirator and stated, bring the securities down significantly. So the heat's getting turned up and they're manually instructing co-conspirator A to just change the amounts. And finally, I'm going to note this, that there were some bank statements that were cooked up showing $486,000 in the account. They were simply cut, pasted, and glued and taped back together. Seriously, this is 2014 or 2012, and they hadn't mastered Photoshop yet. They are still 1980 technology, cut and actually pasting these documents together. Let me comment on the standard of proof that you need to file a suspicious activity report. As soon as you see something cut and pasted, you are in a position to be able to file a suspicious activity report. Sure, you can dig into it. You don't need to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, but you can speculate, given your professional opinion, about who might have had access to these documents and the ability to put them together. My point to you is that you don't need this level of evidence in order to file a suspicious activity report. If you had found that somebody's bank accounts were cut and pasted this crudely, you don't have to prove exactly who did it. You have cut and pasted bank statements. Go ahead and file. You are filing on suspicions, not proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Hope that helps.